Hey, hi everyone. Welcome to Isha Training Solutions. Hope my voice is audible for everyone. Please confirm.
Yeah, we can able to hear you.
Yeah, thanks for the confirmation. I'll share my screen also. Uh, yeah, hope my screen is also visible for everyone.
Yep.
Thank you. So probably we'll give 2 more minutes for other learners to join. We'll wait for 2 more minutes and then we'll start our discussion. Yeah. Once again, welcome everyone. Welcome to Isha Training Solutions. Uh, so myself, Saravanan Srinivasan. So I have close to 15 plus years of experience in performance testing, performance engineering, Dynatrace, monitoring, administration. See, I predominantly have experience in tools like Dynatrace, AppDynamics, Neuralink, Datadog, all APM tools, and yes, I also have experience in tools like Load Runner, Jmeter, Neoload, Performance Center, Gatling, Blazemeter, those tools also. Having experience in working with multiple clients, multiple technologies. So, so with that collective knowledge and experience, we are going to learn this tool, Dynatrace APM tool. We are going to learn. So today, what I am expecting is that I am going to, I mean, give you the course content that we are going to cover as part of the learning. Okay, and you can ask your question or you can even discuss whatever the expectation that you are having. I mean, to join this session, anything specific that you wanted to learn it or such discussion will have it because we'll see the feasibility of adding that into our existing content and then we'll cover that as well. So if we really have anything that you have it in your requirement, please let me know. We will discuss and then we'll decide to add it in our course content. So with that brief introduction, I'll quickly go into the course content. This is what we are going to cover as part of our learning. And guys, one more thing, I'm expecting uh, involvement or kind of a discussion session, not like a monologue session. I am alone. Usually, we'll talk and then we will complete the discussion. No, it is not like that. Please stop me at any point of time. Feel free to ask your question, get the clarity, and then we'll move to the next topic. My expectation is it should be kind of a dialogue session, not a monologue session. So that is what the expectation also. And before even going to that level, guys, you guys can, I mean, drop a small message in the chat saying like this is your experience and this is what your primary skill. That's the small note, so that we'll get to know, what, mixture of people or learners are available in this forum, so that we'll set our context in that way. Okay, I know in this forum definitely performance testers, performance engineers, developers, system support engineers, students, uh, yeah, mixture of learners will be there, but expectation could be you simply type a small note. This is what your roles and responsibility and this many years of experience that you are having, like that. Okay, so that we'll get to know, what how many different form of people are available, like that we'll understand it. I saw one message.
Suresh?
See, my name is Saravanan actually.
Saravanan. Yeah, Saravanan. Sorry. Saravanan, I have a query.
Yeah, please.
Actually, I wanted to make it clear. So in my organization right now, we are using AppDynamics monitoring tool. I'm an admin there. And now in few months, in another 6 months, Dynatrace is coming into the picture. So what our plan is, we want to migrate what all applications which are there in AppDynamics, we want to migrate it to Dynatrace.
Hmm,
So starting from the scratch, implementation, configuration, installation, and everything.
hmm.
So is this course will be useful for me to learn Dynatrace from scratch and to implement the same thing to migrate all the applications from AppDynamics to Dynatrace?
Yeah, definitely it will be useful. One thing, probably I'll set a disclaimer here. Like, actually, what deployment model that you guys are going to use is actually matters. Okay, if you
Mhm.
guys are preferring to go to SaaS-based model, yes, this course will be perfectly matched to your requirement. But if you
Yeah.
guys are planning to go to managed model or on-premises model, that portion alone will not be there. That portion in the sense, like, you set up Dynatrace, right? I mean,
Yeah.
install in your prem and then you do the configuration, right? That part alone will not be there. Rest of the things all will be covered.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Clear.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay. After that, I did not see any message. No experience in IT. Will I get job in this term?
Yeah, hi Savanam. This is Mohan.
Yeah, Mohan.
Yeah, so actually, right now, I have been working with like multiple monitoring tools like Nagios and Elasticsearch
Mm-hmm.
and as well as the Dynatrace. So
Hmm.
currently, I'm working with the Nagios and Elasticsearch part, but the management is given the opportunity to learn the Dynatrace, so which is already migrated from on-premises to SaaS-based. So currently, all the stuff will migrate is already migrated to SaaS. So my primary focus is now to gain all those like knowledge from like SaaS based, which how we are going to handle all those information, and along with the Kubernetes integrations, creating the clusters. We are deploying the one agent into the different forums in the Kubernetes level. So this kind of information it is going to be covered in this part of the syllabus. I just wanted to cross verify with
Uh,
you.
all other things are there, whatever you mentioned. Probably that Kubernetes configuration alone is not there. Okay.
Okay.
I can cover it, but not in the theory. I mean, in the practical way, because right now the infrastructure is not there. But if you wish, I'll cover the theoretical part of it, which will help you to do that configuration also. I'll
and
I'll
also
cover that.
one more thing and also one more thing and for ticketing tool we are using ServiceNow,
Hmm.
and that also we have recently like our team has introduced the PagerDuty configuration on the Dynatrace, the migrated to the PagerDuty part. So if that can those points should be included in the syllabus, that will be
See,
much helpful.
actually, we are having email and Slack. Okay, those integrations are there. We do
Okay.
not have the PagerDuty or service now. But, I mean, I'll tell you why, because setting up that environment is little complex, right? Setting a working instance of PagerDuty, working instance of service now is huge. We cannot even
Yep.
right now think about it, but setting up that environment is actually tricky. So that is the reason we went on with the email and the Slack notification. But once you are aware of this, the other things are quite a similar way only. I mean, reading the procedure and you are going to do the integration. So probably I'll cover the PagerDuty integration also in the theoretical way. Okay.
Yeah, okay, that will help us to gain the knowledge. Yep.
Yeah, sure. I'll do that.
Sarvaran,
But please,
like integration in the ServiceNow. Yeah, sorry to interrupt. So integration with ServiceNow will be covered, right, from Dynatrace.
no, I mean, that's what I mentioned. We do not
Yeah.
have the infrastructure for the
Okay.
service now itself, right? Since because he asked me, I'm saying PagerDuty probably I'll cover it theoretically. But if you wish, I'll cover the service now part
Theoretical
also
part.
theoretically. Yeah, I'll cover
Yeah,
that.
theoretical part would be fine. Yeah.
Yeah. But please, I mean, it's kind of a humble request. Um, please remind me when we are actually starting the session also. I usually have the
Yeah,
note of
sure.
it, but if I'm missing also, please remind me. Okay.
Okay.
What happens, I mean, not every time, few instances towards the last class when I'm saying, yeah, we are completely covered all the topics and everything, that time somebody will come and say, sir, during the demo session, we discussed this point, sir, why don't you add it? So it's like again next day we have to connect and then do that, right? So it's good that we set the expectation in the early time itself. We'll plan our things accordingly. So that's the only thing. Okay, well, we'll cover it, but we'll plan it in the early stage itself. So whatever the things that we are discussing, we'll have a note in the WhatsApp group. Not now. Whatever the group that we are having it right now, it's actually a temporary group only. Once you are enrolled yourself, there'll be a group they'll create. That group you drop a message, whatever we are discussing right now. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Thank you.
Hi, Saravanan. My name is Nanda Kishore.
Yeah, Nanda.
See, actually, I'm having around 50 years of experience into IT. Okay, currently my role was like a cloud. Yep.
Your voice was, I mean,
Are you able to hear me?
it's fine now. It's fine now. Yeah.
Okay. See, actually, I'm having around 50 years of experience into IT, Saravanan. Okay, I'm in cloud infrastructure engineer. Okay, currently I got a chance to. I got a new project with Dynatrace admin. Okay, so here I need to configure dashboards. Already we have some dashboards here, but like we are having around 3 middleware applications we are supporting here. Okay, like Data Power, Kong, Kubernetes, then like TIPCO and all. Okay, so here the main thing was I need to create the dashboards. Okay, from scratch. Okay, so we can cover all those topics here, right? Like from end to end, administration part, configurations, everything, right?
See, that's what I mentioned. See, the word administration is a bigger term, two ways. Okay. One is we have two deployment model I mentioned, right? The on-prem model and the SaaS-based model. In SaaS-based model, in SaaS-based model, we are going to configure the one agent, set up all these things. That is also administration activity only. But when you are purely using the word administration, there is a on-prem version I told you, right? The setting up of Dynatrace is also admin activity only. Okay, so that part we are not doing, but the second part, whatever I mentioned, right? SaaS-based level, whatever the administration activities are there, right? We are going to cover that. Okay.
Okay.
SaaS-based model, you are going to configure your dashboard, you are going to configure the one agent, you are going to do the problem notification, all things are actually covered. Only if you are talking about on-prem setup, I mean on-prem Dynatrace setup, we are not covering because Dynatrace, they are not providing the license at all for the on-prem version.
Okay.
That is the reason.
Okay. So currently we are using cloud only. Okay, AWS
then it is covered. Then it is covered.
Shravan, one doubt.
Thanks, sir. Yeah.
Is there any major difference between on-premises setup and the SaaS-based one?
See, SaaS-based one, you are going to get the URL, username, password. Nothing you are going to do it. But in case of on-prem, that to get that URL itself, you need to do the pre-configuration setup installations, right? It's like you are going to run the software and then set up Dynatrace and those the nodes and all you are going to set up, and then Dynatrace you are going to launch. That part alone we are not covering because I'll tell you, we are not covering, I'm saying, because they are not giving. The on-prem version of the license is not available for the general users. Okay. You need to send a mail to the sales team and you need to prove that you are a potential customer. You are a potential customer, then only they'll give you a trial license for the on-prem version. But for the other learnings and all, you will only get the SaaS license only. That is what we are going to use. But
Okay,
other
right
than
now,
that,
like
sorry.
we have migrated to the SaaS, right? So from on-premises, right? But similar things will be like what we see in the on-premises. Those similar things will be we can see in the SaaS bundle as well.
Yeah, yeah. SaaS is actually saying, I'll tell you, everybody, not only Dynatrace, everybody is actually moving to SaaS only. So ultimate end goal would be SaaS only. But
Mhm.
there are organizations, if they are preferring to go with on-prem, they are providing one deployment model. But if you look at other tools also, other APM tools and all, they are only providing SaaS model only. Dynatrace is only tool is actually giving two models, right? I mean,
Yeah.
not only Dynatrace, AppDynamics
Yeah,
also,
but for
but I'm
our three
saying
tools, like which I'm working in admin part, right? So those all will be non-premises only. So only one which we migrated to SaaS. So
no, no,
the
no.
management is
Don't get confused. Applications are there in on-prem or SaaS, no problem at all. Dynatrace will monitor. I am
okay.
talking about Dynatrace itself sitting in on-prem. Okay, don't get confused. This is whatever I am talking is Dynatrace itself.
Mhm.
What you are talking is application. Your application. Okay, your application is be it in on-prem or be it in cloud, no problem for Dynatrace. It will monitor. Okay.
Okay.
Only thing is, I'm saying setting up Dynatrace in the on-prem only we are not doing. Setting up, I mean, one agent and everything, we are going to cover it in our class. Okay.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Okay.
Maybe whatever I'm saying, sometimes you feel uh, little technical, but when you are going to the actual discussion, you will get to know, or you will feel little more clarity, whatever we are discussing. Maybe the terms and terminology you are little confused, but other than that, once you are going to the actual topic, you will get the clarity. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. So,
Hello, Sarvana sir. Kanhaiya this side.
yeah, Kanaya.
Sir, I have three questions. So one is that if I am learning Dynatrace, right? So the concepts will remain same for other tools like AppDynamics and New Relic.
Concepts are same. Yes. Maybe the terms and terminology is little different. Okay. Concepts are ultimately every tool is actually going to have concepts like real user monitoring, synthetic monitoring, dashboarding, problem notification, or even database monitoring, infrastructure monitoring. All these are actually the common terms. Common terms, you are going to use it across the tool. Okay, if I give you an example, if you learn Dynatrace, the other tools you can even cover it up in 1 or 2 days or 2 to 3 days. You will cover every tool. Only
Oh,
thing is, only thing is how part only you are going to learn in all the tools. Okay.
okay.
Other than that, conceptually it is all same.
So only thing I have to get familiar for now if I complete my Dynatrace and if I am going through in some other project if I get AppDynamics, only thing I have to get familiar with the UI. Is that correct?
Yeah, correct. That's what.
Oh,
When you learn one APM tool, the other learning other APM tools are just a page navigation understanding only. Okay.
okay.
So how you are going to do navigation in that tool and what specific name each tool they are using, like that. I mean, example, I'm using the word real user monitoring in Dynatrace, but
Mhm.
in AppDynamics they call that as user experience monitoring.
Okay.
It's all, I mean, ultimately same, but only thing is each tool they are using their own naming standards. That's the only difference.
Okay. So now second question, like we have other tools also like Datadog and Splunk, which are more of a log-based tool. So how different is it? It is from learning Dynatrace.
Yeah, I received your question, but I wanted to do a small correction in your question itself. Datadog is also a APM tool. Splunk is also having the capability, but Splunk only is more log-oriented tool.
Okay.
Datadog is still equivalent to Dynatrace only. Okay, so I reframe your question. In what way those, I mean, this tool and that tool is actually different? That is the question that I got it.
Correct.
So example, this tool, Dynatrace tool, what they are doing, I mean, not only Dynatrace tool, I'll give a general explanation. APM tools are working in the concept called agent-based monitoring. Agent-based. Okay. So agent is nothing but a piece of software. You are going to run it in each of the place where you wanted to do your monitoring. Example, your web server, your app server, your DB server, or place where you wanted to monitor, you are going to install these agents. And the functionality of the agent is it is going to monitor something and it is going to send the data to the respective tool. Be it like any tool, be it Dynatrace, AppDynamics, Neuralink, Datadog, every tool is actually working in the same concept only. You are going to install the agent is going to monitor it, agent is going to send the data is actually received to the APM tool, and in APM tool, you are going to do your monitoring. That is the plain understanding. Okay. So whatever I mentioned, it works for all the APM tool, whatever I mentioned. But traditionally, if you go back, like your perfmon or your nmon or your vmstat, netstat, iostat, or even your site scope, these are all are not a agent based. It is a agentless based. Okay, it is not that they call that as probing tool. Probing tool means they'll use some inbuilt utility, either it may be a Windows utility or Linux utility. They will monitor that and then they'll display the data. But that is all very plain vanilla numbers only, those tools. But when it comes to APM tools, you are going to install agent across the layer in the sense like your static content where it is there, your application logic where it is there, your data where it is there, like that. Across the layer, you are going to install the agent. That agent is going to give you a complete picture in the sense like what? End-to-end monitoring, or in Dynatrace, they call that as full stack monitoring. So what you are going to do, you are going to understand, okay, I'm navigating a certain functionality. This is what is happening in the front end. This is what is happening in the app layer. This is what is happening in the DB layer, like that. You are going to get a end-to-end view. That is the reason we are going to prefer these APM tools. APM tools are going to give you a very, very detailed and spotted information. I mean, to the core, you are going to get the actual issue itself. Okay. But in case of other tools and all, example, the Splunk you are saying, right? Splunk is giving log, but as long as if you read log and understand, no problem. But if you are unable to understand what is there in Splunk, that's all. You cannot move forward. But in case of Dynatrace, AppDynamics, Neuralink, Datadog, these agents are going to give you a very, very user-friendly details so that you are going to exactly pinpoint the problem is there in the web server, app server, DB server, or example, I mean, web content or app logic or DB query. Like that, you are going to get a pinpoint information. That is the reason this tool is actually very, very important when compared to other tools in the market. Clear?
Yes, sir. So basically, we are saying that even like a minor piece of code which is causing a problem, that also we can pinpoint it even from the DB query point of view. Whereas in Splunk, I need to have a better understanding of the logs, correct?
Yeah, you should be technical enough to understand those things and all. But in Dynatrace, it's kind of a little user-friendly tool. But I would not say directly you will go and get the 14th line, 15th line code and all. That kind of information you will not get it. But at least you will go to the place where which functionality, which service, which process, which host, all the information you will be getting it. They are giving the download source code option, but that will be, and again, it is going to give you a little more fine-tune information only. But when you compare to other tool, Dynatrace is going to give you a very, very detailed information. Okay.
Okay. So maybe like we can round off like this is the problematic area, correct?
Correct. Exactly. Yeah, I'll show you even in our course content also. There are two problem statements I am going to simulate and then show you. One is CPU saturation problem and another one is long garbage collection problem. Both problem we are going to do it, and then I'm going to show you in Dynatrace how to do the root cause analysis and everything. Because definitely during interview, definitely people will ask like recent problem that you encountered and how did you use Dynatrace to understand and do the root cause analysis, like that. That's like real world scenario, right? So we will do that in our learning also. I'll show you how to do this problem analysis and everything.
Sir, along with this, are we going to go through the the like garbage collection concepts and all those things, or do we need to have
You want, let me know. I'll cover it.
okay.
If you want, I'll cover it. That's going to take 5-10 minutes only, right? We'll cover it.
Sir, one and then last question, like from the performance testing and engineering point of view, how important is the this APM tool setup and installation part? Like how useful it is?
Actually, very useful. Very useful. Why I am stressing 2 to 3 times? Because I started my career. Sorry, guys. I started my career like manual tester, automation tester, performance engineer, Dynatrace. Like that, my journey is actually moved in this direction. I know pros and cons of all the test types, what we are doing. If I'm a plain performance tester, okay, I'm doing a performance testing activity, and the performance testing, I mean, after completing the performance testing, example, a search transaction which is actually taking search transaction which is actually taking 10 seconds. Okay, so if someone is asking me, it is taking 10 seconds, where it is actually taking? Where it is actually taking 10 seconds, or where is the problem? Like that, if somebody is asking, if I don't have these kind of a tool, any APM tool or any tool, I don't have it. I'm only having load runner, Jmeter, neoload kind of a tool. In that case, I don't have anything to justify why it actually took 10 seconds. Because customer is expecting where is the problem, but I don't have any clue where is the problem, because tool only your performance testing tool will only give you what? Average response time, min, max, error. These are the plain information your performance testing tool will give you. Performance testing tool, more than that, it will not give you. But APM tool will give you all this information. So when you are running a test and then doing monitoring in your APM tool, that's where you are going to get high critical informations when there is a problem. When you're running the test, a particular transaction is actually taking time, or particular place there is a problem, you are going to easily identify and then share the information to the stakeholder. In that way, performance testers can effectively use APM tool to do the root cause analysis or bottleneck identification. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So I'll quickly start with the course content itself.
So, Shanmugam, right?
Saravanan.
Saravanan, sorry. Yeah, sorry, Saravanan. So we can cover DQL also, right? As a part of this course.
Actually, it is not there in the course content, but I'll cover it, because there is a topic wherein we will discuss about dashboarding and all, right? That time I'll cover it. Okay. See, a few things maybe I did not mention it in the course content, guys. I don't know how many of you are already super good in Dynatrace. Maybe those guys would have easily understood. There are words are not available in this course content itself. One agent word is not there. Smartscape word is not there. Pure path or distributed traces, those words are not there in this course content. Why? Because those are patented by Dynatrace team. Okay, Dynatrace team only can use those words. If you are using it in our website, those words, that will be kind of a copyright issue. Okay, so that is the reason. But don't worry, all are covered, but we did not mention it in the website, like this distributed traces or the smartscape topology or one agent. All these things we did not mention in the course content, but we will cover it during our regular course session. Okay. Thank you.
Hi, Saravanan.
Yeah, Shiva.
Actually, I'll explain you for me why I came to this one. Then suggest me, could you please? For me, this is how it's useful. Actually, previously from my past 5 years, I think I'm working with a completely cloud automation using Terraform and Python integration. But recently, I changed to a new project related to the Azure, but it's their completely observability and monitoring part. They are using Dynatrace and OpenTelemetry configuration with the Terraform automation. These are all things they are using. But coming to, I don't have any knowledge on these three parts, but they're most of them prioritizing on the Dynatrace automation using Terraform only completely. Like they're creating the dashboards, or they're creating the most of them, their dashboards and observability and monitoring, are they're ingesting the logs or metrics, everything they're using open telemetry, not a one agent. Is it these topics will be coverable in this training?
See, Dynatrace, as such, when you are covering Dynatrace itself, whatever you are talking, right, this observability, that will be a subset only. Okay.
But
Subset
I
of the,
don't have a knowledge these all things correct. Is it directly I mentored this one? It's able to understand
yeah,
this.
yeah, yeah.
Most of them my
Yeah.
cloud knowledge only for me.
Yeah. Terraform is not there in this course content. That is altogether a different tool. Okay.
Oh,
But
yeah,
Dynatrace, we are
yeah.
covering it. In Dynatrace, see, Dynatrace is, if you go and see their official website, Dynatrace is actually the observability platform. Okay, observability
Yes,
platform. Dynatrace is the observability platform. First of all, observability also we are covering. I mean, not in the detailed way, but I'll cover it on the basics. If you look at the course content also, Dynatrace observability basics, we are going to cover it. Okay, so meaning that Dynatrace, see, observability is nothing but they call that as three pillars. Okay, metrics, logs, trace. Okay, after that they added one more thing also, which is events. Okay, melt, M-E-L-T. M-E-L-T is melt. Melt is nothing but metrics, events, logs, trace. So Dynatrace provides all these things. The metrics, events, logs, trace. All four things are actually available in Dynatrace. That is the reason we are claiming Dynatrace is the observability implementation platform. So once Dynatrace is implemented successfully, most of these data are already covered. So in that case, observability is implemented, provided if you are not monitoring specifically certain metric or specifically certain logs, maybe you can do a custom configuration also. By default, it will be covered only. But if certain cases, some data is actually missed, you are going to do the custom configuration. That is all handled in one agent itself, or you can even do certain small custom configuration to capture metrics, events, logs, trace. So what I'm trying to say here, when you are learning Dynatrace, this observability part is almost, it's actually covered. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But why, like here you confirm you confirming the only one agent installation on these things, but I'm looking for the open telemetry also, because of I don't know why in this organization open one agent is not using, but they are using open telemetry configuration. Is it similar kind of operation? Is there a one agent to open telemetry?
I'm not sure whether it is actually properly conveyed to me, but I'll tell you. See, open telemetry is nothing but, see, example, I'm having one application. Okay, that application, if someone is actually coming and installing a software, which is nothing but one agent. Okay, my application should expose the data, then only one agent can read the data. Okay, one agent is simply not going to read anything and everything, right? So which means one agent should have the provision to read my information like metrics, events, logs, trace, and all. One agent has to read, right? But I do not have the provision, but my application is available. See, in your application, logging and all, they did not enable, and simply application only available means in that case, the application is not in the observable mode. Okay, application is not there in the observable mode. If the application is not there in the observable mode, monitoring will not be happening. So that is the reason they are implementing something called open telemetry. That open telemetry will act like a framework which is going to give this metrics, events, and all. That is what the main purpose of implementing the open telemetry, and that is going to be integrated with the Dynatrace to capture your data. That is what the logic behind. But I'm not sure in your organization how they are having it, but this is the high level information. Okay, we'll discuss offline.
Okay. Maybe
if you have a little more questions. I think I got a message in the chat like we wanted to start the session. Yeah,
sure, yeah, continue.
Thank you. So first of all, we are going to set the expectations like what are APM tools. Okay, that is what we are going to see as a first topic, because many of them, they do not have understanding of APM tool means what. That we are going to learn it in the first topic. And And many of them, they are having the confusion also. This tool is only for performance testers alone. But what I'm going to explain in what way this tool can be used by developers, performance testers, performance engineers, DevOps engineers, system support engineers, everybody can use it. How that we are going to discuss in this topic. And then straight away we will discuss about introduction. Who are all the competitors to Dynatrace? And then as I told you, two deployment models I told you, software as a service model or managed model. Software as a service model or SaaS model and managed model. So we will discuss about the architecture and differences, which customer they are preferring what model, that and all we are going to discuss in our the deployment model section. And then straight away I'll show you how to install your one agent. Okay, how to install your one agent. Okay, see, there are two flavors we are going to discuss in this course content. One is Windows flavor, another one is Linux flavor. Both the flavors we are going to discuss how to install the one agent and how the data is actually coming to Dynatrace like that. Just after this installation, I am going to show you how to create a tenant in Dynatrace. Tenant means you are going to learn Dynatrace, right? You wanted to learn practically means you should have one tenant created for you. Okay, how to create a tenant or your SaaS account, right? Free trial version. How to create it, I'm going to explain. And then how to set up a sample application. That is also something we are going to discuss. How to set up a sample application, because through the sample application only, I mean, that sample application only we are going to monitor it, and that monitoring data only we are going to do the root cause analysis in Dynatrace. So we are going to set up sample application. We are going to set up Dynatrace tenant, and then we are going to install one agent in our infrastructure to do the monitoring. And straight away we are going to do the front end monitoring. Okay, I told you real user monitoring. If you remember, real user monitoring and front end monitoring both are in the same concept only. Dynatrace recently they changed the name to front end monitoring, but in most of the places they call that as real user monitoring only. So we are going to discuss about front end monitoring. In front end monitoring itself, there are two ways are there. Two ways in the sense like my static content is there somewhere, which is nothing but maybe an example is my web server. In that place, I'm going to install my one agent. That is agent based. That is agent based. But certain times what is happening, my infrastructure team, what they are saying, no, I will not allow you to install the one agent. In that case, there is a concept called agentless monitoring. So two models are there. We are going to cover both the things. Agent based also we are going to cover. Agentless based also we are going to cover. Okay. And then in Dynatrace, there is a API concept is there. Okay. Dynatrace is having set of APIs. We are going to show one sample of it. And then session replay. I mean, you are doing your real user monitoring. That real user monitoring in Dynatrace, they are recording that session. Recording. A video format is actually available so that you can easily understand what happened in that particular time, what activity that I performed like that you wanted to validate it. There is a concept called session replay is there. That also we are going to discuss. And then session segmentation, which means a particular duration I'm performing certain activity, that particular duration is monitored as user session. Okay, so that I'm going to discuss. And then this is what I told you. Somebody asked observability, right? So metrics is a separate tab available. So we are going to discuss that. And then SLO, service level objective, how it is actually monitored in Dynatrace, we are going to discuss. This particular SLO is actually mostly used by SRE person, SRE, site reliability engineers, mostly they will use it. So we are going to discuss that. And then dashboards. Dashboards in a detailed way, we are going to cover it. I mean, how to create it, how to import it, how to clone it, export it, share it like that. We are going to discuss in a detailed way dashboard creation part of it. And then problem analysis. Okay, because this is the very important capability of Dynatrace itself, problem analysis. I am going to show you how setup you are going to do it. I mean, problem notification configuration, how you are going to do it, and how analysis we are going to do it. Okay. and that two problem we are going to discuss. How to analyze the problem also we are going to discuss. Two different problem also we are going to discuss. And then where there is a problem, I need to get notification from Dynatrace. So what are all the notification I am going to show you? Email notification and Slack notification. Okay, somebody asked for PagerDuty and ServiceNow also, we'll cover that also. And then Dynatrace also having value added features like memory dump. Memory dump is nothing but heap dump. How to trigger heap dump at Dynatrace and how to analyze the heap dump also we are going to cover it. And then if at all, okay, it is not a regular activity as such. If at all a particular process crashes, we are going to discuss that as well. And then CPU profiling data also, I mean, where and all your CPU is actually utilized, like that you are going to discuss. And then a very important topic called synthetic monitoring. Okay, real user monitoring is one concept, right? I mean, when the end user, they are performing something in the application, what is happening. Similarly, synthetic monitoring is nothing but automatically or robotically Dynatrace will access your URL and you are going to get the metric. What metric we'll get it? We'll get it performance related metric and also availability related metric. So we are going to discuss in detail about synthetic monitoring. There are two major types are there, browser monitor and HTTP monitor, that we are going to cover practically. And then private location. I mean, there are times what will happen, your application is not exposed to internet. Your application is not exposed to internet. Your application is a locally hosted application, intranet application. In that case, how to do the monitoring, that also we are going to cover it. And then there is something called management zone. I mean, I'm going to fine grain my access. For that, I'm going to create a management zone. Zone is nothing but dev management zone, QA management zone, UAT management zone, prod, pre-prod, like that I can create different zone. That also we are going to cover it. And then actually Dynatrace, there are few concepts like process monitoring, service monitoring, database monitoring, host monitoring, and network monitoring. So which means a layer by layer analysis. What is a layer by layer? Host monitoring is a machine, and then database monitoring separately, process monitoring, service monitoring, and network monitoring. All the things we are going to cover it one by one. Okay, every layer we are going to find your problem. Which layer actually the problem? It may be on the infrastructure level, it may be on the database level, it may be on the service process level. Like that, we are going to analyze each layer and you are going to identify the problem. That also we are going to cover it. And there are different technologies and process that Dynatrace is actually monitoring. And observability basics, I told you, right? Somebody, if they are specifically coming and asking you what is observability, at least to tell answer, we need to know the foundational level understanding of observability. We are going to cover that as well. And then many times people will ask, I am doing performance testing. I wanted to do integration with the Dynatrace tool and then monitor my result like that. So that is also we are going to cover it by integrating with LoadRunner and Jmeter tool. Both tool we are going to do practical understanding. And then tips and tricks, usual tips and tricks to do the Dynatrace monitoring, and whatever the real world example, whatever I experienced during my experience, right? So that also we are going to cover it. So all these topics are actually covered, and we are going to cover it practically. And interview questions we will discuss on whenever we are covering every topic. We are going to cover the interview questions also, and also certification questions. Certification questions also, associate certification questions also, we are going to discuss during our regular coverage. Clear, guys, everybody? So those who wanted to enroll for this course journey, please reach out to Kumar sir. I'm going to copy this number in the chat. You guys can reach out to Kumar sir. Okay, 9133190573. So you can reach out to Kumar sir for any further information. Okay, if you wish, you wanted to talk to me, I am pasting my number. Okay, this also you can or else just a minute. I'll give. Okay, so this number is my number. You can reach out to me if you wanted to talk something. I mean, you wanted to tell privately. So that also you can reach out to me in this number. Yeah, I have the WhatsApp number also. You can call or message. We can discuss about that. All these sessions are actually recorded. All these sessions are actually recorded, and these recorded sessions we are going to share it in the YouTube playlist URL. YouTube playlist URL, and these videos we are going to have it for lifetime access. These videos you are going to have it for lifetime access. Any number of times you can watch it. There are situations you are unable to attend the session also, no problem. You can watch the video, you can come back with your question next day also. So that is also possible. And all artifacts, supporting documents and everything, we are going to share it through Google Drive. Through the Google Drive, we will share it. As I told you, interview preparation questions and certification preparation questions also, we are going to cover it in our regular sessions. And this is a weekday session, Monday to Friday. Monday to Friday, 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. we are going to have our session. Monday to Friday, 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Weekends holiday. Okay, weekend, Saturday, Sunday holiday. Okay.
Is it possible to conduct during the before any time 7 to 8 or 8 to 9 instead of conducting 9 to 10? Sorry.
Mohan, you can message me or Kumar offline. We'll discuss and then finalize that. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. So those who wanted to enroll for this course journey, please reach out to Kumar sir. 9133190573 is number. My number is also pasted. Please reach out to him. Actually, we started off with our demo session. From tomorrow onwards, we are going to have our actual learning. We are going to start our day one topic from tomorrow. So if you don't want to miss anything, important topics or things that we are discussing, please join our tomorrow session also. Okay. So if you do not have any questions, thanks for joining. Thanks for giving me this opportunity. We'll continue the same in the upcoming days as well.
Saravanan, last question. So within how many days will this course get complete?
15 days, 15 plus hours of 15.
So
total
15 days.
Yeah.
1 hour per day. Okay,
1 hour per day, correct.
Sure. Okay.
Thank you. Thanks for.
Sir, I had one more last question.
Yeah.
Sir, anything related to AI we will cover with respect to Dynatrace?
Dynatrace is itself is actually having something called Day with AI. We will discuss that during our session. Day with AI.
Okay.
So then during this course, are we going to cover any DQL or grill concepts?
DQL will be there. Grail is just a storage moment. I mean, whatever the data that is coming, just storing it. Other than that, nothing else to say. But DQL will cover it.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, sure. Thanks all for joining. Thanks all. Bye-bye.
Thank you.